Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm really excited. I'm going to be launching a new series on my channel and on my blog today, which is going to be called the Lip Series, and as you can probably tell by the name, it's going to be all around the lips. I'm really conscious that now I'm kind of up and running like the blog properly again, and I'm getting back into like making videos and things, that I really want to focus on stuff that I love writing about, that I love talking about, that I'm passionate about, because I'm just going to enjoy it so much more and I'm going to want to do it so much more as well. And I think anyone that knows me knows that lip products are probably my favourite ever makeup products. Yeah, probably. Obviously I do still love other types of makeup, and I'm getting so much more into other aspects of it as well. Like the more I kind of play with things and explore, like eyeshadows are like massive on my list right now. But generally lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, lip liners, things like that, they're kind of what I tend to go for and what I do enjoy writing about the most, I think, and what I also get the most excited about if there's like a new launch or anything like that. That tends to be where I gravitate towards. So I really wanted to kind of honour that through the blog and through the channel as well, hence the new lip series. So once a month I will be doing a video dedicated to all things lips, and once a month I will be doing, I'll be doing a post dedicated around all things lips as well, and it will be part of that same series. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously let me know if you do by giving this video a big thumbs up, and yeah, let me know if there's any kind of lip themed videos you'd like me to do or lip themed posts you'd like me to do by commenting below, and I'd love to hear ideas. But yeah, so today I'm going to get started by talking you guys through my top 5 nude lipsticks for autumn. So I do love a nude lip, and I think at this time of the year, like we were transitioning from like summer through to autumn, the nudes I tend to wear kind of change slightly in tone. I think for spring and summer I wear things that are very kind of warming, very pinky toned, very like blue tone pinks and things like that, whereas I find that when the months get a little bit colder I do tend to gravitate more towards like more kind of mauvey toned pinks and more cooler toned pinks as well. So I kind of wanted to run you through my top 5 nudes for autumn. But yeah, let's move on to the top 5. So I've got a mix here of like drugstore and high-end, and I'm just going to run you through them. So yeah, let's get started. How do I want to organise these? Do I want to organise them in price and like, should I just grab them? What do you guys want to need to do? Should I do it in price? Let's do it in price. Let's start with the cheapest of the lot. So the first one I'm going to talk about today is one of the Rimmel Kate Nude lipsticks. So this entire range is fantastic if you're not quite sure what kind of tones this will really suit your skin tone and things like that. And I think I've spoken about this in a post before, but this particular range is great because they have a really wide range of nude tones. So you can kind of really have a play around, see which tones you like, which ones you don't, which ones suit you and things like that. So I do have a couple of these, but the one I really love at this time of year is number 45. And it's just because it's got this lovely kind of mauvey undertone to it. It's a little bit more grey toned, but I really like that at this time of the year. So it's just very pretty. It's got again, it's more of like a satin type finish to it. It's got a little kind of really little slight shimmer to it, but it's very pretty. It's very nice because it's not super glossy. It's like doesn't go off the lip straight away. It does last for a really good couple of hours. It's very easy to apply. It is very comfortable on the lips. Like you just don't feel like it's there, which I really like about it. It's just very smooth. It covers up kind of any imperfections and things like that. And yeah, I just think it's a super pretty nude, and I reach for this a lot, like all year round. I do reach for this a lot, but I find that this time of the year it's really kind of well suited for more cool tones and things like that. So I'm a massive fan of that, and it is also a really good price. But yeah, if you aren't sure kind of what tones suit you or what kind of nudes you're after, or whether it's this time of the year or another time of the year, I would highly recommend checking out that entire collection because you will find something that you love, and number 45 is definitely my love from that entire collection. But yeah, really lovely lipstick, really lovely shade and tone for this time of the year. I just think it's very pretty, and I just think it will suit most tones, this one as well. Number 2 is another Rimmel one, and this is a matte finish, and it is one of the only one matte shades, and it is in the shade High Flyer. Now this looks beautiful over Max Soar lip liner. They are basically the same colour, but it is just a very beautiful shade. Again, it's got more of like a cool tone to it, so it's a little bit more purpley in tone. It's still very much a nude pink. It's a little bit darker than a normal nude as well. As you can see, it's very much darker than that one. But I really, really love that this time of year. I do love a little bit more of a darker nude. But this shade is beautiful. It's a matte shade, but it's not too matte. I would say it's definitely more of a velvet finish because it's not drying at all. It's still got a little bit of sort of sheen coming through, so it's not like, it's not ruby woo matte. It is like a nice velvet finish to it, which I really, really like. I love the tone of it. It's just got that little bit of mauvey tone to it, but not too much. It's still very warming on the lips, and again, I think it's one that will suit most sort of skin types. But yeah, I do really, really like that. Again, it's very, very comfortable, and for a matte, it's not drying in the slightest. It doesn't tend to pick up on sort of any breaks in the lips, any cuts in the lips, or anything like that. I would say it does last longer with a lip liner underneath, and it is a little bit more precise. I'm not the biggest fan of this kind of a bullet, which sounds really weird, but it's quite rounded at the top, and I do prefer lipsticks that have a bit of a thinner top to it, like your kind of classic lipstick shape, I would say. But I do like it. I just find it's not quite as precise with that kind of wide rounded edge to it. But yeah, overall I really, really like that. Again, very purse friendly because it is from Rimmel, and the shade is just beautiful. So next is one from Revlon, and it is one of their, now this is where I have to see if I remember the names of these because I don't know if it's got the name on it. So it is one of their Ultra HD lipsticks, and it is in the shade HD Dawn. So this shade is in Dawn. Now what I really like about these is they've got a very much like a lovely kind of shimmer, and they're very sheer, so they are very, very like good for nudes. Like they have loads and loads of different colours, and like they've got some more bolder tones and things like that, but I just love this particular nude. I think it's very, very nice, especially at this time of year. Again, it's a little bit darker. I feel like it's got a bit more of a brownie mauve tone to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's very, very pretty. It does have shimmer to it, and it does have sort of that like a frosted feel to it, which I wasn't sure about to begin with, but I do really, really like it now. It just looks very nice. It's kind of, like I say, it's again a little bit of a darker nude for this time of year, which I think is beautiful. The quality of this lipstick is really nice. Again, it doesn't really feel like you're wearing anything to it. I would say it's probably a little bit slippier than the Rimmel Nude shades, but then I think that's because it's got a bit more shimmer and gloss to it, so that's probably why. But it is sort of very, very pretty. It doesn't have the longest staying power in the world. Again, that's kind of comes with the territory when you're wearing a sheer product and a more of a glossier lipstick. But it is very, very nice. I do really, really like that shade. I think it is beautiful. It's very warming for my skin tone, especially at this time of the year. But yeah, it's very, very pretty. I really like it, and I just think it's been a staple for me these past sort of couple of weeks as I've been coming into autumn, and I really, really like it. It kind of lives in my handbag, which is ironic when you think usually you put your smallest lipsticks in your handbag, but no, I use the big ass long one. I mean, it's a beautiful lipstick. I do like it. I definitely want to pick up more shades of this. But yeah, that one, Dawn, is beautiful. I do really, really like it. And I know Susie from Hello October is obsessed with the shade Sand as well, which I think is a little bit too brown toned for me personally. I much prefer more pinky nudes. But yeah, but this is really nice. If you do like your pinky nudes, then hit this one up. If you're more a fan of your brown tone nudes, I think check out Sand. I did swatch it the other day, and it is a lot more browny, taupey toned than this particular one. What am I doing with this? What is this? Okay, let's get to the more pricier ones. So you've got two left. One of them is a MAC one and one is a Chanel one. So I'll go with the MAC one first, because even though it's still like £16, it's not a Chanel one, which is like £28. So this is actually more of a newer find for me. I've only had this for a couple of weeks, but it is beautiful, and I have been reaching for it near on every single day, and I just think it is the perfect autumn nude. And it is, I mean, I have a lot of MAC nudes, which I love. Alessandra, favourite lipstick of all time, but I didn't want to include that in this because you can't get it anymore, and I thought that would be mean. But yes, the one I'm talking about today is Syrup. So this is really hyped up by bloggers like Lily Pebbles and Fleur de Force, and I've wanted to pick it up for a little while now because I do love it when they swatch it, and I was kind of going between this and Myrrh, and I still love Myrrh and I do want to pick Myrrh up, but I ended up going for Syrup because I just thought it would be a little bit more wearable at this time of the year. But it's just a very beautiful, like purpley toned pinky nude. It's a little bit darker. It's definitely got that purple plum kind of feel to it. It's a Lustre finish, so it is very sheer and it does have quite a bit of shimmer to it. So it does look a little bit more natural on the lips. It's so pretty. It's really, really pretty. The first couple of times I wore this, I was a bit like, do I? Don't I? Do I? And I was like, no, I friggin' love it. It's awesome. It's just beautiful. It's just got that lovely purple plummy tone to it. And because it is sheerer and it is that Lustre finish, it's not like in your face plummy purple. Like, I think I used to have Plumful, which is beautiful, and I do want to have it again. I think that is a gorgeous autumn colour, but I lost it when I moved to my first house, and that was a different finish and it had a lot more pigment to it, so you couldn't class that as a nude. That was definitely like a plum, whereas this is like a plummy nude. You can class this as a nude because it is that Lustre finish, it is sheerer, and it is a little bit more shimmery. But I do really like it. Again, very comfortable on the lips, a little bit kind of slippery, again, compared to sort of the mattes and things, but it's still very, very wearable. Maybe lasts like a couple of hours. It isn't the longest lasting, but again, that kind of comes with the territory when you're wearing a lipstick that has a little bit more shimmer to it and is a little bit sheerer. It's not going to have that staying power, but I'm so glad I've picked this up. I think Syrup is beautiful. I am still definitely going to pick Mare up at some point. It might be on my birthday list, or it might just be a payday treat. I haven't decided. But I do really, really like Syrup. I think definitely pick it up if you like your more purpley toned nudes. It is gorgeous, and for this time of year it's absolutely perfect. Love it. And then last but by certainly no means least is a favourite of mine. It is beautiful. I got this time last year and I literally wore it all through autumn, all through winter, and although I love it, I haven't really picked it up through spring and summer because it is very much a more cool toned nude, and it is one of their Rouge Allure velvets. I just need to do this. One of my favourite things about it. But yeah, it's a Rouge Allure velvet and it is in the shade Raffinee. Don't know if I'm saying that right, don't really care because it's beautiful. And it's just this lovely, again, more purpley toned, plummy kind of nude. It's got a velvet finish to it, so it's not quite matte, but it is definitely more on the matte side. It is gorgeous. Actually, these two look very similar. Have I inadvertently found a nude for a Chanel lipstick? May need to do a little bit more investigation on this. But yeah, you can see here it's very much a plummy, purpley kind of pink. It is definitely more on like the cooler tone side of things without being too cool toned. The finish is beautiful, absolutely stunning. I love velvet kind of finish lipsticks now. Like, this is gorgeous, and I will pick up like the velvet Chanel lipsticks over like the other Rouge Allure ones, which have got more of like the shiny side gloss. That's the term I'm looking for. More of a glossy finish to it. I think these are beautiful. They are so comfortable. They're not drying in the slightest. You can't even feel that they're on your lips. They're like feather light. They're beautiful. They last so well as well, especially if you put them over like a lip liner. But even if you don't, they last for hours. They're stunning. I really, really like these. I've got a couple of colours now, but this is definitely still my favourite. And for me, this is definitely going to be a staple again this year. It is a little bit more on the pricier side of things, but I think considering how much I wear this and how much I love it, I think it is beautiful, and it's definitely worth the price if you kind of really want to splash out on a lipstick. I think it is around the £26 mark, something like that. So it, again, as I said, it is on the pricier side. But actually, if you look, Rimmel High Flyer, it's a pretty damn good dupe. Whoa, well, that's a nice coincidence. Didn't even realise that. Happy times. But yeah, Raffinee is definitely my favourite kind of autumn nude. I think if I had to choose out of any of them, this would probably be top of my list. I really, really like it. And yeah, that's it. So that is my top 5 autumn nudes, the 5 nudie shades that I will be wearing continually throughout the next few months, unless I'm wearing a cherry red lip. But we can get on to that in another video. Let me know if you want to see my favourite kind of more cherry reds. Just pop it in the comment box below if you'd like to see that. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe. It would absolutely make my day. Make sure you go over to the blog tomorrow. I think I'm putting the first blog in this series, so this is the first video. Tomorrow will be the first blog post. It'll be on a completely different topic. I'm not even going to spoil that for you. You're going to have to go and have a look. But yeah, I hope you liked it, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.